I started working with Louisa in the Dream Bigger space, her membership, and I was just doing the what I was calling in for the week. I think it was $5,000 I was calling in for the week, and the next day I got $2,000. And then over the next 7 days or 6 days, I got an additional $2,300. And I didn't meet the $5,000 goal that I had for that week, but it gave me the confidence that I can do this. This is so simple and easy because I was doing the helixing daily, and that really helped me get into the energy and call in what it is that I wanted.
Like I'm guessing most people here, I've been to a couple of these kind of master classes. Really liked Louisa's approach. Although I'd done a lot of kind of coaching and sort of work on money otherwise, this was the thing that kind of connected the dots and led to that further success. Got a lot from the community too, so you know, you will meet a lot of like-minded people in there, and already you know, forged some really quite strong relationships there with other members, which has been fantastic. Where I was at versus where I've got to, I'm now consistently having £10,000 months, which is fantastic. I'm sure Louise is open to having a call with you if you are interested in what else she offers. Just kind of really lean into it and trust your instinct.
And just being in Louisa's orbit is so empowering, So yeah, I'm very, very grateful to be here. I've told Louisa this and I'll say it again. She is the best coach that I've ever had because she matches me. She works with the energy. She's very loving and accepting. And I'm not one of those people who can just do all strategy. I have to be aligned emotionally and energetically and spiritually with what's going on. And she does that beautifully.
When I first did the energetic edge, I got results like within days. And when I find a teacher that, like you said, she had a new key. She had something that I definitely was missing. And I resonated with her energy. Her energy is amazing. She's so welcoming. She's so generous. She's so knowledgeable. She has so much insight. I'm just like in awe of this energetic person. For me, it's like, this is your next teacher. This is where you're going next.
Nothing has shifted my personal life or the life of my clients faster than working with the amazing set of skills and tools that come with the Helix Method. So if you're looking for something to explore that's going to enhance your practice as well as your personal life and give you a heads up like nothing you've ever seen, my strong recommendation is that you check out the Helix Method.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's see. Welcome back. Oh, I am so excited for our time together today. I know we have some people trying to find their way to come and join us on Zoom, and a huge welcome to everyone who is joining us on the replay as well. Congratulations on completing 3 sessions in Wealth Energetic Mastery. We've pulled back the curtain on all the invisible factors that are creating or breaking your next level of growth. You already know the strategy, and what we have uncovered was we focused on 3 hidden fears and how they relate to you as part of your identity, your nervous system pinnacle. You know, that's your maximum capacity, and the energetic misalignments that are quietly dictating whether you're going to finish 2025 with record-breaking sales, holding more money, however money comes to you, or whether we're going to be rinsing and repeating the same cycle and the same holding patterns. So you've seen that and how it's related to you, and let me know in the comments what's been your biggest light bulb and shift so far. So you've seen how fears like the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of the unknown can play out subtly. pulling energy back after big wins, for example, creating those cycles of expansion and then contraction when the nervous system starts to go, what's going on? This isn't safe to keep moving forward. So you're in that space of perpetual striving and never arriving. So the goal's not quite landing, or the business sale is falling through at the last minute, or the deal's disappearing somehow. And we've uncovered how resistance, which is protecting these core fears as part of your identity, it hides itself so brilliantly in your key decisions, in hiring new team members, whether you're firing slowly instead of quickly, the decisions you make around scaling investments, in your levels of visibility and how you show up, managing cash flow, all the things. And the thing is, if they're left undressed, then it can cost months of momentum, impact your revenue, and of course then it impacts the impact that you're here to make. And we've uncovered how the capacity of your nervous system explains why revenue spikes and then collapses down. And it's so key. Until your body normalizes that next level of more wealth, more opportunities, more growth, then you won't be able to hold it and to sustain it. So I'd love to hear what's been landing for you. And now the beautiful thing is that you are here, which means that this is your ability to hold frequency in your body is your new competitive advantage. And we're going to take this further today. I'm going to be guiding you through a future self progression in the Akashic Record, so you can see yourself operating in that next level of leadership, in that next level of wealth and impact. And then from that frequency point, that vantage point, you'll know exactly what support you need to stabilize this frequency, to embody this new identity, and then carrying it forward into 2026. How does that all sound? Welcome, everybody, as you're jumping in. This is so good to see you. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Alrighty, so inviting you to set your intention for our time together. And as part of this, to bring your awareness back to the reason why you signed up for Wealth Energetic Mastery. What was your intention? And let me know, pop it in the comments. And as you bring your attention to your intention, inviting you just to make sure you're fully in your body and to call your energy back from people, places, timelines, and spaces. And on a scale of 1 to 10, how energetically aligned do you feel to becoming the person that is required for your next level? Just allow yourself to feel into that on a scale of 1 to 10. How energetically aligned do you feel to the person you are becoming that's required to be created for your next level? And when you have that in your mind's eye, then pop it in the comment. If you're joining us on the replay, then pop it in the Facebook group so we can continue the conversation there. Okay, we've got some 8s coming in. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it, Anna. So you know that your next level of business growth is requiring this upgraded identity, because your business can never outgrow the identity of its leader. That is such a key aspect that I just want everybody to walk away with. Your business can never outgrow the identity of the leader. Every leap in revenue, every bold decision, every next level of wealth requires a shift in how you see yourself, how you hold yourself, how your energy signals to the world around you. We want to create coherence in our field so that we are super magnetic, rather than the universe going, what is it you want? I'm not quite sure. The frequency is a little bit discombobulated. And when your new level of identity is embodied, that's when your business grows. And with that growth, your identity, of course, often reveals the layers where it hasn't been fully embodied. And that's when, confidence can wobble. Imposter syndrome might kick in. Do I really belong at this level? Am I keeping up with others in my field? Like, how does imposter syndrome, when you've broken through to a new level, how does it show up for you? Let me know in the comments. Welcome everyone who's just joining us as well. Another one I hear people say a lot is, shouldn't I be further ahead by now? We start shitting on ourselves, don't we? And every CEO that I work with who's felt that comparisonitis, that self-judgment, that quiet fear that somehow they don't look like the kind of person who belongs in the room at that level. The thing is, your identity is what creates the belonging. So you don't get an invitation to say, hey, you belong in this room. We bring that sense of belonging. It's like stepping into a new boardroom for the first time. At first, you're noticing like who's around the table. You might be comparing your seat to theirs. If you're in Thailand, you'd be like, where's the air conditioning unit so that I can be nice and cool? And you might be questioning to see if you measure up. But the moment that actually you step in and you claim your place, you speak with conviction and you embody your role, the room responds to you. It's the magnetism is so different. So belonging isn't handed to you, it's embodied by you. Does that resonate? So this is what we're going to start activating today. So we're going to step into the Akashic Records together and meet the future version of yourself. So this is the version of you that has already got that sense of belonging at that next level of wealth and that next level of leadership. And from that vantage point, you'll experience what it feels like to hold this reality with more ease and be able to bring that wisdom and insight back from the record so you can start to work with that in the here and now. So we're going to open your Akashic Records. I will guide you through in opening your Akashic Records. And then we'll come back together and create some space and some journaling and some reflections. And then I'll walk you through next steps that if it feels aligned for you, how we can continue the journey together. And then I will do the grand draw, the prize draw at the end, which is very exciting. Alrighty, okay. Who is ready to step into their Akashic Records? Let me just share my screen. Alrighty. Here we go. There we go. So we're going to create the most successful version of you in the Akashic Records. And I invite you to think of the future as an adventure, a journey that you're setting the stage for in all of your present moments, activating your success. So if you want to, I'm going to invite you to turn off, to close your eyes. You may want to turn off your cameras. I know that the nervous system can feel safer if you've got your eyes closed and you haven't got a camera on you. So you're very welcome to turn the cameras off, and then we can bring them back on again at the end of the Akashic Record activation. And to have a journal to hand. Maybe a glass of water. Turn off anything that might go ping. So you can be with this. It's time to get nice and comfortable. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, your arms, your legs. Let your muscles in your body relax. And time to take another deep breath, releasing all your thoughts and concerns, and just let your consciousness drift gently down to your heart center. Feel the energy beneath your feet, bringing your awareness to the soles of your feet. The energy coming up from Mother Earth, coming up through your legs, your thighs, your belly, your hara, your manifesting hub. Your chakras and your energy fields getting bigger and brighter, bigger and brighter. Your heart center is opening. You feel all of the chakras opening. Your forehead chakra, your Bindu chakra on the back of your head, your crown chakra opening up. The energy is rushing up, reaching up to your soul star chakra, your gateway to your Akashic record. You are connected from above and below. And I invite you from this space to look in your mind's eye out in front of you and let yourself visualize a beautiful road ahead. You notice that the land around you is lush, green, and filled with beautiful flowers, wonderful fruit trees. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping. It's a beautiful day. And you notice that further down the road, there is a stunningly beautiful building. This is your sacred temple, shining so brightly in the sun. Perhaps it's made of crystal or light-filled glass. You can feel the frequency of it shining in front of you. This is your sacred temple, a magical place where you can connect to the Akashic records and access all of the information that you will ever need. You can also reach out to the spirit world, the angelic realm, your guides, masters, family, friends, your higher self. And I invite you now to see yourself walking up to this beautiful, shining building. And as you go to step into this building, you notice that it is filled with light and wonderful, loving energy. And you feel a deep sense of peace, power, and happiness filling you up as you stand within this beautiful, sacred temple of yours. You become aware that there is a brilliant light shining from the next room. And in the next room are your Akashic records. Before we enter, we will open your records with a sacred invocation. Do I have permission to guide you in opening your Akashic records? If yes, just send me a telepathic yes. We call forth your Akashic record keepers, your ascended masters and teachers, the planetary light beings of the highest light and order, calling the galactic councils of the highest light and order, calling forth the angelic kingdom of the highest light and order, connecting you to the great, great central sun. And allowing this invocation to land in your field. You can repeat it after me or just allow the words into your consciousness. You have free will. Allow this if it resonates. We ask for heaven on earth, divine love, truth and light. Creator, guides of the highest and purest light. Please kindly provide information from the record of my soul, guiding and protecting me throughout the process, so that I'm able to heal and make the most divine decisions for my divine path at this time. Thank you. So it is done. Your records are now open. So allow yourself to become familiar with this frequency as you pass through the doorway. You see a beautiful spirit there. This is your guide to the Akashic Records. This loving being is here to help you. Take a moment to make a heart-to-heart connection with this being and allow yourself to feel the powerful flow of unlimited love and abiding support. And allow yourself to feel the love. Allow yourself to feel the connection flowing in and out of your heart center. You realize that this being has a message for you now. Open your heart to receiving this guidance. It may be just a word, a phrase, or even an image. Just relax now and take a moment to receive this message now. Notice what you notice. And know that as time goes on, you will continue to get more and more Akashic information from your loving guide. Let yourself be open to whatever comes your way. Your guide wants to show you the future version of yourself that you desire. So ask your guide, show me now, show me my future self, living this life. What are they experiencing? What path did they take that led them to the experiences they have? Ask them, how do they feel? How do you feel? And now inviting you to ask your record keepers to show you what is the vibrational frequency of this future you. Is it a frequency of contentment, of calmness, hopefulness, strength, confidence, optimism, happiness, passion, eagerness, energetic, excited, empowered, abundant? Is it one of love, joy, freedom? Just allow yourself to feel this vibration of the future version of you now. What types of behavior and expressions do you notice in this other version of you that you admire? What is it that you like most about them? What makes them so magnetic? Notice that because of the way that this makes you feel, you may already be able to notice that this resonates with you. Can you perceive that you're able to manifest them in your imagination because you match that vibration in that moment? You've created them in the Akasha. You know that you're able to match that vibration easily by using your imagination in the field. This is the law of resonance working for you to bring you what you desire. In other words, there is already a part of your vibration that is a perfect match to the vibration of everything that you desire. Because you can perceive and feel it, you are beginning to come into resonance with it. And ask this version of you if you may step into their shoes and experience their life for a few moments. So feel your fingers going into their fingers, your toes and feet going into their toes and feet. With the loving support of your record keeper, ask, what are my thoughts about this life? What am I experiencing? Can you feel the predominant frequency that this version of you carries? And ask this version of you, show me what I need to know so that I can accomplish this. Just take a few moments. I'll breathe with you as you allow information to be received and frequencies to be transmitted. And bringing into your mind's eye your intention for the revenue that you desire, that is part of your journey to this future version of you. And we ask your guide for the book of co-creation to be aligned and harmonized with the universal laws of manifestation, attraction, flow, and balanced rhythmic interchange. That you are manifesting this future version of you, and the results are even greater than you could have hoped for or imagined. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, setting the intention that this intention permeates every cell in your body, as your DNA is responding to this you that you have created. Let's breathe that in. And as you breathe out, I grace and bless this. I grace and bless this. I grace and bless this. And taking a moment now to thank your guide for the love and support here. This is your sacred place, filled with love, endless possibilities. We're now going to close all Akashic records, thanking your guide for their loving guidance and healing as we ask that all Akashic records are now closed. Your records are now closed. Your records are now closed. Just allow yourself to remain peaceful. As you're coming back to this time and space, bringing your awareness back to this present moment. knowing that in the days and weeks and months ahead, you will continue to receive more helpful information from this Akashic field, through your intuition, through the help of the universe, from this activation. Welcome back. Welcome back. And from this space now, as you're bringing your consciousness back to the here and now, you may want to wiggle your fingers and toes and bring your consciousness back, attention back to the soles of your feet, so you're fully anchored in your body. And then I invite you to start to contemplate. Now, some of you will have been shown a lot of information. Some of you might be thinking, what was that information? It's all good. Just make a note. Were you shown a color? Were you shown an image? Did you feel it? How were your clair senses activated? And I invite you to contemplate, what did your future self show you that you're not yet living today? What did your future self show you that you're not yet living or experiencing today? And as you cast your mind back, how did it feel in your body to hold that next level? Did it feel certain? Did it feel certain in there and now it's feeling a little bit wobbly? Just notice how your body's communicating with you. Notice what you notice. And invite you to contemplate, what support and structures did your future self have in place that perhaps you don't have yet? So we're looking to see where the gap is between here and there. Did you have a sense of your belonging at that level? What would claiming your place look like? And when it feels aligned to do so, do pop your cameras back on. It's lovely to see your faces. I'll come back. And I invite you to contemplate, as you've gathered the information that you've downloaded from the records, and considering where you are now and the reality that you're in the process of creating, if nothing changes from where you are now, so if everything was to carry on as it's currently going, I invite you to see, where will you be in the next 6 to 12 months? And as you contemplate that, what's really at stake if you don't get this sorted? I'd love to hear your reflections and insights in the chat. Do pop them in the chat. Did you see images? Did you have the full experience? Were you like, where's the record keepers gone? Like, let's have it all. Everyone would have had a different experience. Ah, beautiful. Isla saying, I was shown the vibration I need to embody. Beautiful. That's exactly what we need, is what is the frequency to embody. Beautiful. What else has come through for people? This activation in the records is more than a visualization. This is a frequency calibration. Every time you go into the records, it's like a energetic tune-up. You've met the version of yourself who's already living and leading and receiving at your next level. Ah, I love it. So yours, Anna's, was mostly energetic, not visual. Kept hearing the word ease too. Josette was gifted love, trust, could feel the vibration. Awesome. I expansion and walk, felt fully in the presence of my leadership energy. This is so awesome. And this is where it's so important to make sure that you have the support around you and that you're really intentionally creating the consciousness of your future self, because without the awareness and the insight and the tools and the techniques, the nervous system's always going to try and pull you back to your current set point. That's why so many people can sort of feel like they touch the vision of their future self, but then contract back again. And the thing is, the difference between a vision that fades and then a vision that becomes your reality is how you are choosing to hold yourself along the journey. I would love for you to consider what level of support would allow you to stabilize and to embody what you've just experienced, so that this doesn't remain a possibility, a hope, but actually this becomes your new baseline, that new default set point, a new level of wealth, a new level of money. So I'd love to take a moment to give you a heads up of the different ways that you can work together. We've got the wealth portal, so that's for you if you're ready to rewire your wealth identity and break through in the next 45 days or less. And we have the Helix Method certification program, so that's for you if you want to master these tools at the deepest level and integrate them into your own client work. And you also receive the license to deliver the wealth portal in your own business as well in our certification program. And then we also have the Akashic Record certification for you to either learn how to read your own records for yourself, or if you're a coach and healer, to learn to coach with the Akashic Records. Oh, I love what you've shown, Caroline. And then we have Dream Bigger, and this is for you to stay anchored in your vision across all aspects of your life, and you'll experience energetic shift within 24 hours. Our intention is for you to expand your vision and then to calibrate to that vision. So this is about choosing the path that keeps you aligned until the vision is your reality. Oh, this is beautiful. 732 hertz is your vibration. That's beautiful. Lots of color and light. Beautiful. And throughout my journey, I have uncovered powerful lessons about receiving, lessons that have evolved as I've, healed the energetic blocks that we've been talking about this week, rewired my somatic default set points, expanded my capacity to welcome in all that life has to offer. And of course, I'm continuing to grow and expand. I'm on my own journey as well. And the first lesson to share with you is that the more you allow for the quiet, the more you will know how to receive direction and guidance from your expanded body. This is why I always create that living in the energy of the question. And as part of our activations, and when I look back at my life journey, in my teens, my relationship with my body was completely non-existent. I was a massive rebel. I was a huge raver. And I was drowning out the whispers of my body and ignoring the wisdom that it held. And beneath the surface of all of that, my body was carrying the weight of hidden trauma from my childhood, but I was just too busy numbing it, silencing it to notice. And at 23, I became pregnant with my eldest son, Alf. And at 24, I was a mum. And even then, I was still pushing and striving. I was trying to force my son's father to have a relationship with him, trying to hold everything together whilst ignoring the gentle nudges of my higher self. And it wasn't until I finally stopped and actually listened that everything began to shift. My higher self guiding me back into my body's wisdom, the wisdom I've been ignoring for so long. And in that moment, really beginning to trust that quiet wisdom, that deep knowing, that guidance from within. Does that resonate for anyone else? I can see some nods. And then the second lesson is the more you try and control, the less capacity you have to deeply receive. The more you try to control, the less capacity you have to deeply receive. And when I think back on my journey, in my 30s, I was head of performance and engagement for adult social care. And on paper, I had everything I wanted, I thought. Successful career, a role that actually seemed like the pinnacle of achievement. But deep down, I felt completely empty, and I had designed my life based on a mental blueprint. Really, it's disconnected from my ability to receive. I was doing the logical thing, the safe path of what I thought life was meant to be: pushing, achieving, climbing my way to the top, only to find that the joy, the peace, the aliveness weren't there. And I was exhausted, and I was surviving behind this mask of success. And it took me actually a further 8 years to actually leave social services. And part of that time, I have to say, was spent planning and implementing my exit strategy. It took me about 3 years to implement it all, but it was only when I finally let go of control and trusted the guidance within that I was able to step onto that new path. And if that version of me could see that I'm living in Thailand now, she'd be like, oh my God, let me press the eject button now. I'll go sooner. So I invite you to think about, what is the one thing that you're still trying to control right now? Likely something might just pop in to your mind. Pay attention. That's a clue. The third lesson is, when your body doesn't trust that life can keep getting better, it's then going to default to the struggle and the scarcity patterns that we've started to uncover during our time together. And when I was head of community safety, that version of me, that Louisa, knew how to push hard, how to make things happen. I was a master at over-delivering, overworking, all the things, ensuring everything got done except for caring for myself. And I was in the beliefs running the show, if I do more, I'll create more success. I was completely running on empty. And then the universe did give this to me as a gift. And I was gifted with shingles and chronic fatigue. The universe was like, she's not listening. Okay, we're going to make her stop. And I spent 6 months off work on sick pay, unable to push through anymore. And I call it a gift because I hadn't taken action quickly enough on my plan to leave social services. It wasn't lost on me that my father's ill health before he passed had started with a dose of shingles. So that was like a massive wake-up call for me. I was like, oh, I see the pattern. Thanks, universe. It's like a divine sign. The message was, claim more of life now, don't wait. And so that experience gave me that courage to prioritize implementing my decision and take the aligned action so that I could step into this life that now I'm living. And the thing was, when I look back, I'd normalized struggle. My body didn't trust that life could be easeful. And if I wanted to expand, I knew I had to rewire my programming. But does any part of you feel like it's a struggle to receive more, if it doesn't feel safe to receive more at that next level? Let us know in the comments. So your body already knows how to receive money, how to receive love, everything that you desire. We just need to choose it and heal the energetic blocks so that you can be energetically aligned and amplify that frequency so that you are an energetic match to your desires. And for me, as I realized my nervous system held the key, I just had to intentionally create a new default set point. So I began saying no to anything that was misaligned with my capacity to receive. I was like drawing a line in the sand. I'm not doing that anymore. And the moment I honored this boundary, the universe responded. More money started coming in with more ease. As problems and issues arose in my business, I had the capacity and the frequency to navigate them with more ease. Does that resonate? And it's where it all landed. I was like, oh, I don't need more information and strategy. I just need to embody my identity, embody the frequency, this energetic frequency. I need to regulate my nervous system. And so everything that I've learned through my own journey and this reality that I've created myself, I now teach in our programs. And I would love for you to claim that next level that you're here to claim. Alrighty, so let me know what resonates there. I would love for you to just take a moment to tune in, to see what resonates for you. And a question I have for you, because I believe that all leaders need a place to land and to go to when things are feeling wobbly. So where do you go when things are feeling wobbly? When the income dips or the launches are feeling heavier, or your next level is just feeling out of reach, not because of your strategy, but because of something deeper is energetically misaligned. And that's what we're up to in the Wealth Portal. We're here to shift all of that. So I'd love to take a moment to give you the high level on the Wealth Portal. So I know that if you have loved Wealth Energetic Mastery, I genuinely believe you're going to love and feel so at home in the Wealth Portal. And welcome, Ayla. Ayla's joined us in the Wealth Portal, which is fantastic. A huge welcome. I'm so excited for you. So for those of you that are contemplating the Wealth Portal is a 6-month mentorship space that I've created for the leader who already knows that they're here for the overflow. They're committed to their energetic alignment. They may be in a space where they're finding themselves cycling through the moments of sales, slowing down out of nowhere, feeling like you're pushing too hard for whatever you're already thinking is, this should be my new normal, but it's just like a push, too much efforting. Or you're wondering, like, why is it still feeling harder than it needs to be? Or perhaps you're working at that high level, maybe 6-7 figures, maybe close. You've done all the mindset work, the manifestation work, the strategy, but something still feels like it's not quite landing. Or the flip side of that is you're in flow, the sales are coming in, you're hitting your high income months, and you want to calibrate and to be able to hold it. And the thing is, the deeper your energetic alignment, the clearer your decisions, the calmer your leadership, and the more magnetically your business responds. So what we're up to inside the Wealth Portal, we go deep into clearing the 6 energetic blocks I introduced you to. So we're rewiring your energetic field to hold more and carefully creating the consciousness of your future self. So that next level is inevitable. And we recalibrate your energy so your business starts reflecting back the version of you that you are becoming, not the one that you're growing out of. So you will save time because you're not guessing what strategy to use. You're following your energetic alignment. You're going to save energy because you're going to finally stop second guessing and launching from a nervous system response, but being able to, or being diverted by, energy reversals and resistance. You'll be energetically aligned, and you'll save money because you're no longer leaking money in your decision making or in your implementations of strategies, as you're going to come fully online with your energetic alignment. So think of this as your Wealth Energetics Accelerator. And I'm so excited for members of Wealth Energetic Mastery. We do have a significant savings on the full investment for you. That's available for the next 72 hours, just to give you a heads up. And actually, if the team could pop the link in the chat, that would be helpful for those of you that are feeling pulled to step in. And for the first 3 to pay in full, you will receive a 1-to-1 Wealth Ascension Akashic Record activation with me. And the value of that is $1,000. So I'm super excited to see who's claiming that. And we always do time-sensitive savings. These are to keep the registration process flowing. So if your body's leaning in, trust it. You are here to hold more, and the holding more, this is the thing, more spaciousness, more income, more taxes, more responsibility, all of it, we get to hold all of it. All with more alignment. So when you're in, let me know that you're in so that I can celebrate you and welcome you. And of course, if you're not sure or you've got a question, then just let me know, in the chat. You can pop it in here or message me after if you're on the replay. If you want to just chat things through, I'm not attached. I'm happy to chat things through with you so you can make an aligned decision either way. Thank you, team, for popping that there for everybody. So let me know if there's any questions about the Wealth Portal. And then for those of you that are already feeling the call to go even deeper, maybe you're here not just to embody this kind of work for yourself, but you're meant to facilitate this at the next level. I'd love to share what that what that looks like. So after the Wealth Portal, many of my clients feel naturally called to step into the Helix Method certification. And this is where I train and license you to use the exact strategies and tools that you've been working with, including the ability to deliver the Wealth Portal yourself as a licensed facilitator. So if part of your mission is not just to experience overflow, but actually to guide others into it as well, then the certification may be your next step. And before we move on, I want to share a quick conversation with someone who has been through this journey. So she came into the Wealth Portal, and then to share what came next for her. So Jenny started in a similar place to you. She joined us in one of our free masterclasses and then stepped into the Wealth Portal, and you'll hear what shifted for her energetically and how she's using the tools in her business. Let me share my screen so I can share this conversation with you. You're going to love Jenny. Jenny is fantastic.
Hello.
Bring you on. Hello. Welcome, lovely. So good to see you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. I've got goosebumps every time we hear that story, whether I tell it or you tell it. I'm like, oh.
Do you want to introduce yourself so that everyone gets to know who you are, and then we can dive into, share your side of that story?
Well, my name is Jenny McDonald. I'm known as the Food Freedom Fairy. I do have a wand, and I help women eat cake without feeling guilty and lose weight without dieting. And I met Louisa. Well, my first program with you was the Wealth Portal, after completing a 5-day challenge. And I just remember doing that 5-day challenge, and it was one of those things where I kept missing the, I did the first day, and the next day I had something on. Nancy had a school show or something, and I missed it. And I was determined to see these 5 days through and catch up. And I remember being in my living room at like 5 a.m. in the morning the next day, and you introduced muscle testing, and I was swaying, and I was like, oh. And then what I realized is when I started working on the alignment practice, how much I could feel that energy, and it was something that I'd never felt before. And I was like, always kind of, read The Secret, been into the, the energy, the universe, but this was like, okay, this is another level now. I just felt called to listen. Signed up to the Wealth Portal, which was amazing. And it was from there I continued with the manifesting practices, and I was living in the energy of, how can I grow my business? What is it I need to do next? And I just got this download of, you need to learn to do this for your clients. You need to help your clients align their energy. And it was like, of course, it's the missing piece of the puzzle. I've got the mindset coaching, I help them with their nutrition, but without the, being able to release the trauma, the beliefs, that their weight keeps them safe, without being able to do all that and align their energy, it was that missing piece. And that was when I emailed Louisa and I said, how do I learn to do what you do? And Louisa replied with, we've manifested each other. I'm just about to announce the Helix Method. So I was like, first signed up, count me in. And that's the other side of the story.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It's one of those incredible synchronicity moments, and I just absolutely love how the universe, we were an energetic match at that moment in time. So as you kind of think back to your reason for wanting to do the Helix Method, and for saying yes, it'd be great, I think, for people to hear around perhaps thinking about what's been the most beneficial in terms of the training, being part of the community, what's been the big game changers, all those lovely things.
Well, I think the training was amazing, because you're training, and obviously everybody's got different reasons for the training, but for me it was for my clients, but then you're working on yourself at the same time. And that's what I really loved, because I was making those energetic shifts whilst also learning how I could share that with everybody else. So it wasn't like I was just going through a training course. It was like, ABC. It was like you're doing that work on yourself at the same time. I loved being part of the community because we all learn from each other, and sometimes somebody would share something, maybe they were doing a case study, and then it's always the synchronicity where the next day somebody contacts you and says, oh, I just wonder if you could help me with this, and you're like, yes I can, because we talked about that last night. And then there was the moments where you're like, something's bubbling up for you and you're not sure, you're like, I'm not, I've done all the kind of the practice and I can't work it out, and then you just post it in the group, and then Louisa's like on there with a Zoom or a Loom a Zoom or a Loom, and kind of just talking you through and saying, check in with this is, and you're like, oh yeah, of course I missed that, or there was a block there for me. So I think it's just being fully supported. The amount of information is actually on my to-do list to just literally rewatch everything again, because there is so much to take in. Like any kind of study and any work, any self-development, it's like watching a film, isn't it? You don't see everything the first time. Each time something new is discovered. I watched Home Alone with Nancy, I know, Christmas movie, 2 nights ago, and I was like, I don't remember any of this. Like, I've literally watched that movie, but I don't know how many times. And I think it's the same, isn't it? When we, to have that access to keep repeating and going back and relearning is also so great as well. So yeah, I loved being part of the Helix Method, and coming on the call today and just listening to you, I was like, started making notes myself, because I was like, oh, just reconnecting with you and just feeling that energy and vibe, and reminders of small things that you maybe forget or you're not using as much as you could. So yeah.
Oh, I love it. And that's a really important point. That's the reason why I worked with people for so long, over that year. And actually I always welcome everybody to come back after their training at any time, because there's always more evolution, insights and learning people can do as they revisit something. So yeah, you have access, everyone has access to all the content forever, which I think is really important. And we're adding demos that I record with people into the membership site, so that people can have more examples of what to do when, as we've gone on over the years. This is so fantastic. So what has this meant for you now that you are, you're using helixing in your business? You mentioned it in your incredible book. What's it meant for you being able to work in this way?
And so it means that obviously I've got a really unique offering, because there's that many coaches, weight loss mindset coaches. So I've got this unique offering. And one of the reasons it's the Food Freedom Fairy is, I always said, when I met you, I felt like I learned how to do magic. And it was like, how can I find a name that is, it kind of says everything? And that's the fairy bit, it's the magic bit. And because you've also got the various courses that or codes, if you like, that we have within the Helix Method, so the wealth codes, the self-love codes and so on, it means I've got an array of kind of tools to pull from, and I do a huge amount of networking, and at networking you're always given opportunities to speak. Now, not everybody in the room has a difficult relationship with food, so to be able to share some energy alignment for business is like, everyone is like, oh my goodness. So that has become my kind of thing. I do a 40-minute talk, introduce the Helix Method and the sway testing, and give them a little mini alignment, a sizzling faith activation, and everyone is like, oh, and then I'm getting them to keep in touch, let me know how you're going. And then that, it is bringing people into my world in a really beautiful way, because I'm helping them initially with you know, just think about your energy towards your business, and then obviously the underlying service is my food freedom services. So it's given me something else to offer. I've done talks for companies like the Mortgage Mums on which is a franchise of mortgage ladies mums on energy alignment, and yeah, for my clients, recognizing what's keeping them stuck in their patterns with their relationship with food has been just life-changing for them. From you know, my weight keeps me safe, to not being able to be more successful than somebody else, vows they may have made to stay within you know, perimeters that have been set for themselves, whether that's by themselves or somebody else. But all of that has just offered just a whole other kind of, you know, part of the business. So yeah, I have a unique offering.
I love it, and congratulations on the impact you're making and all the lives that you're helping. It's phenomenal and a joy to see, Jenny. Any final thoughts in relation to if there's someone here thinking about you know, joining the programs? Do you have any advice or reflections for them?
Just do it. Yeah, just, you know, like I'm a big believer in, you know, we're here, things, you know, land at the right time. So if you're here and you're considering it, then there's a reason for that. And you know, if you're unsure, ask your sway.
I love it. I love it. Clear the resistance first.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Jenny. This has just been a joy to connect, and thank you for sharing your story. Everybody give Jenny some love. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you, Jenny. That is just always a joy to hear that conversation again. So sending Jenny lots of virtual love. I hope that was relevant for you and inspired you. I would love to hear what resonated for you in Jenny sharing her story. And for those of you that, of course, thinking, actually, I'd love to guide people through this work, then the Helix Method certification is your next step. You are fully supported for a year in our world-class certification. And this is where you go from, you know, embodying this work and confidently facilitating this for others. So you'll use our proven protocols that blend energy psychology and somatics. And this is just so powerful because you also don't just have the protocols to work with, you also are licensed to use our full suite of programs. And as Jenny mentioned it's the wealth codes, love codes, and the health codes. That's the label that we give them internally. So you're able to start to use those as you certify, which is phenomenal. And it saves you so much time because you're no longer trying to guess what to do. You can follow our framework. You've got the proven tools and structure to take your clients through. It will save you energy because you're not trying to kind of carry that emotional burden. You're able to facilitate it straight away. And so I would love to just give you a quick overview of the Helix Method to give you a heads up. So we've got 2 levels of the certification. We've got the foundation. So this is where you start, gets you fully certified in our signature protocols, and you can start working with clients straight away. And then we have the advanced level as well, where we go deeper and we include powerful tools around relationships and health and legacy. If the team could pop the link here for everybody, then that would be awesome. So we've got the foundation and the advanced. You can always start with the foundation and add the advanced on later. And with the Helix Method, you get 2 live calls a month in the foundation, all the protocols, all the demos inside the membership site, and you get full support with me as you're developing your mastery. And you also get a bonus seat in the wealth portal as well. And once you're certified, you're featured on my website too as well. So this is one of those investments that just gives back to you over and over again. So I know that if you've loved Wealth Energetic Mastery, then you will absolutely love this. And so if this is sparking something in you, then lean in. And of course, if you've got any questions, just pop them in the chat, get them answered for you. You can always DM me later or email us at clientcare@louisahavers.com and we'll get your question answered. And for those of you jumping in, then let us know so we can celebrate with you. And then I also wanted to share briefly what happens for many of our clients. So many of our clients come and do the Helix Method certification and then continue with us in the Akashic Record certification. So you can see the pathway that many people take. And this is just because they complement each other so beautifully. So where Helix is giving you the tools to clear energy, releasing patterns and rewiring beliefs. When you are well versed in the Akashic Records, it will give you the ability to tap directly into that soul level guidance, both for yourself and for your clients. And when you can read the records, you bring a whole new level of depth to your sessions, to your leadership, and to your coaching practice as well. So if you've ever been in that place of like, why is this still happening? What's actually keeping my clients stuck? You know, what is the wisdom from my higher self? What do they want me to know right now? Then the records are the place for where those answers live, and you can tap into those at any time. So let's see if the team could pop the Akashic Record link there. That would be awesome as well. And so what's the difference between joining the Wealth Portal and the Helix Method? So in the Wealth Portal, we're focusing on expanding your wealth consciousness. And in the Helix Method, I'm training you to train others. And you also have as a bonus, you're able to come in and join in the Wealth Portal as well. Awesome. Thank you, Ali. I hope that answered your question, Ayla. Let me know if there's a follow-on question from that, of course, as well. And many of our clients stepped in to do the Wealth Portal and then decided later that they wanted to do the Helix Method certification. And so we can always talk about that at a later date if that feels aligned. Alrighty. Yes. Yes. Helix Method also includes Wealth Portal. It does. Beautiful. So with the Akashic Records, this is a self-study at the moment. So this is beautiful. This is a flexible self-study certification. So you don't have to wait for a live cohort to get started. And we have 3 levels. We have level 1, where you're learning to read your Akashic Records. Level 2, where you're learning to read other people's Akashic Records and advanced techniques. And level 3, where you are learning more advanced techniques and being able to go deeper with your clients. And what you will receive as well when you step into the Akashic Record training, you will be able to come and join us for live calls next year when we start them up again. We'll give you a heads up when we start those in 2026. So let's see if the team pop the link there. So if we could pop the link to the Akashic Records, that would be awesome. So people have that link there as well. And right now there is a special bonus available for those of you filling the pool and ready to join us when you enroll during our window of the Wealth Energetic Mastery. You'll also, when you purchase the Akashic Records levels 1, 2, and 3, receive level 4, which is Psychic Attack Clearing, which is an advanced training that will teach you how to facilitate and clear energetic interference and psychic attacks. And the value of that is $1,500. So it's a powerful module and bonus to receive. So if this is speaking to you, then reach out, claim the bonuses with our Akashic Records training, and I'll see you inside. And of course, if you've got any questions, then just message me or let me know in the chat. We'll help you explore if this is a next aligned step for you. Alrighty, before we wrap up and do the prize draw, I want to introduce you to the Dream Bigger membership, and if the team could pop the Dream Bigger membership link here for you. So this is for those of you that are wanting a place where you can, and we have many of our clients that are in all our other programs, also in the Dream Bigger program as well. So this is where our focus is on around expanding your vision, your self-leadership, so that you are able to have a place to anchor in and calibrate to this energy and to expand your vision. Because of course we can see the vision, we think this is the vision, that higher self is going, there's a vision beyond that. So we want to be able to calibrate to that future vision that you can't even yet see. So this is a powerful energetic container for you in Dream Bigger, where we're focused on the vision. And I know we have members of the Dream Bigger membership here as well, so thank you for being here too. So our community is amazing, and you will have an energetic breakthrough within your first 24 hours as I show you how to master energy kinesiology. I also give you the protocol for decision making using energy kinesiology. Jenny mentioned swearing on decision making in our conversation, and I would say there's some specific things you need to do to make sure you can use it for decision making, and my protocol for that is worth the investment of the membership alone, just for that protocol, because it will save you hours and hours of time. So I highly recommend checking that out. So that is our Dream Bigger membership. We would love to have you with us. Any questions in relation to any of these programs, then do reach out and let me know, and we will make sure we get the question answered for you. All right, I'm just going to check the chat, see if there's any other questions. Alrighty, and of course, if the question pops in after our time together, then just email us at clientcare@louisahavers.com or pop me a Facebook message and we'll get it taken care of for you so you can make an aligned decision. Alrighty, we're going to do the draw. Who's ready for the draw? Da, 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 da. So everybody's name has gone into the draw. So if you invited somebody to come and join you and they popped your name down when you were registering, we popped your name into the draw. And let me just grab this here. I can put it up here. So we did the draw. I'm going to reveal who the winners are. Alrighty, so this is so exciting. So thank you to everybody who invited people to come and join us, who also completed our survey. If you completed our survey, your name went into the draw as well. Alrighty, so let's see who the winners are. Dun, 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 dun. Alrighty, so the winners are Samantha Riley. Congratulations, you have won a year's membership in Dream Bigger. Hooray! So exciting. So thank you so much for sharing. And I know many people come and found out about Wealth Energetic Mastery through Sam. So thank you so much, Sam. And then we have the Ultimate Akashic Bundle, and I decided to draw two. I was going to just draw one, that's why we'll do two. So congratulations to Wendy Sanker and Pat West. You have won the Ultimate Akashic Bundle, so you'll receive a business forecasting guidance Akashic activation. So that's something that you download and you can tune into. Same with the Life Between Life review and Heal Space Time as well. So these are three of our very popular Akashic record activations that are available on our shop. So you have got all of those. So a huge congratulations to everybody who has won, and thank you so much to everyone who has taken part. This has just been such an incredible and joyful experience and masterclass to facilitate. I hope that this has served you. It's been wonderful being here with you all today as well. I want to honor everybody for saying yes to yourselves, for staying the course, for showing up, your commitment to your energetic alignment. And whether you've joined a program today or you're still integrating what's come through or just allowing yourself to feel into what's next, then please know that your next level is already in motion. This is the activation of what's coming. And we would love to stay connected with you as you continue walking this path. And there are many ways for us to stay connected. I share inspiration on Instagram and on Facebook. So you can find me there just as Louisa Havers. If we're not connected already, let's connect. And then I have got my YouTube channel, which is filled with practical trainings, guided Akashic meditations, conversations with other clients. So if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do go and subscribe to that so you can be notified of what's coming up next. And we've got a lot more incredible activations to be coming onto our YouTube channel as well. And if you're on our email list, keep an eye on your inbox because we've got some incredible resources coming your way. So super excited for you for that. So make sure you're getting our emails. And if there's any problems ever receiving our emails, then just reach out to clientcare@louisahavers.com and the team will get you sorted. Alrighty, thank you so much for being here, showing up for yourself, for your vision, for your highest timeline. I hope that this has served you. And I will see you next time, sending you all lots and lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.